Hey everybody, I'm Alex and this here is Ed, and we're with GameSpot at E3 2015 Day 3. And
Day 3.
we just saw Destiny the Taken King's story mode for the first
Yes,
time.
we played through the very first story mission of Destiny, the Taken King. So we've already talked about PvP stuff, so we probably won't go into the classes so much, but we want to go through what happened in this story mission, because it's a little bit different to what we've seen so far in Destiny.
Right, so basically the setup of the Taken King's story is that you end up encountering Crota's father, Oryx, and Oryx is coming after you for revenge for killing Crota in the last expansion. And so really what the story mode is your first, like the one that we played, is your first encounter with this like giant godlike figure.
Yeah, so the setup is like you fly down the planet, right?
Right.
And what's the guy's name? Commander Zavala? Is
Yeah,
that
I think
his name?
so. Yeah.
He's like, oh, something's going on in this Cabal planet, and it's really the setup is so strange. It's like a horror. It's like a horror scene because you fly down and the first enemy you see is a Cabal
Legionnaire.
the Legionnaires, and he's as soon as I saw him, I wanted to shoot him, right? But he was just a set piece. He was like crawling on the ground. You know, like, oh, I've been so hurt, and all that kind of stuff, and very atmospheric.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 minutes before you could actually shoot anything. They're Cabal all over the place, but they're all like dying.
They're all dying.
Crawling, and when you look out into the skybox, there are ships coming in. There's just all sorts of things just popping off, explosions happening. To me, it felt a lot like some of those setups of the missions of old Bungie games, the Halo games.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you eventually get to a room, and there are like these weird void things on the walls and floors.
So,
it's like black and white static.
Right. So like the new enemy type in the Taken King is called the Taken.
Yeah.
And they're these an apt name, and these enemies. They're Cabal. They're like Fallen and stuff that have been taken by Oryx and turned into these like weird black and white interdimensional monsters, basically.
The evil version of their already evil selves.
Yeah, and their behavior is like way different as well. Like they have different weapons, they move differently. It's super strange to see.
Yeah. Yeah, like Eric Tay, our Destiny fiend at GameSpot, was saying it was very similar to what they did in WoW, where like some big enemy would be like, I'm taking over all you other guys as well. So then you get the enemy variety. So we were fighting like Hive enemies and Cabal enemies, is that right?
Yeah, and I think there might have been a Fallen or two thrown
Fallen or two, yeah, and they were just like fighting amongst themselves and fighting with us, that kind of stuff. So it was a short mission. There was only one darkness zone, and yeah, it was pretty damn cool.
Yeah, I really like the enemy animations. Actually, this is in the trailer, but we got to see it firsthand. They have this weird shaky like judder, because they're kind of interdimensional. So they really are caught between two worlds. I think that's really where the story is going. And so when you're fighting these Taken, it's kind of like you're fighting these creatures who aren't really there, but also behave way differently than you expect them to.
Absolutely. And the final shot of the mission, once Oryx came out, and like this gigantic Oryx head is like, oh, you killed my son, I'm gonna get you. It's it's a bit melodramatic. He's one of these sword bearers comes down, and then you fight him, you kill him, and then you rush out. Out of the base, because Commander Zavala is like, get the hell out of there, this mission's cancelled.
Right.
And you just see a massive planetscape of like this war going on, right? Just like ships coming down, crashing. It's epic as hell.
It's the most epic Destiny level I've seen. Like, it really channels the old epicness of Halo games, and this really, like, I was really surprised at how much they're going for this giant, epic feel of war.
But they have not lost their sense of humor. There was a great line in that demo where Eris Morn who is the quest giver in The Dark Below, comes onto the comms to give advice. And she says something like, this is during the horror section, and she says something like, I can feel the fingernails on my brain.
Yeah.
And then Commander Zavala's like, thanks for your input, Eris.
Yeah. So yeah, the dialogue is still it's pretty funny still. But the epicness is there, and it made me really excited to see what's in store for the Taken King.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to Taken King after seeing and playing all the stuff that's been here at E3.
Yep. So that's our hands-on impressions of the story mode in the Taken King. For all things the new Destiny expansion, keep it locked to GameSpot.com.
GameSpot.com.